Tell me what you need, all this shit.
What's up?
Fuck that shit. No,
We back.
where your ass was at, dog, with niggas 1 feet.
I heard a lot of people on the Discord,
Where your ass was at, dog.
all online,
Where your ass at,
talk about Young Boy versus Future. That Young Boy wins. Oh boy, y'all don't piss me off.
where your ass was at, dog, with niggas spread.
It's
You
been
wasn't
getting
outside.
crazy. It's been getting crazy in music, bro. Like, I've been waking up to news that Lil Wayne ain't really that great of a rapper. I was like, we just revising all of history at this point. We just making history whatever we want it to be.
Like I don't understand. Like what? Like you wasn't outside when this came on.
Where your ass was at, dog, but
You
not
wasn't outside when you wasn't there. And this is me. I ain't even playing on New Future. This is old Future. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't outside.
It shows.
It's like a bunch of narcotics.
You understand? Hold on. You wasn't outside.
And you just been hitting the head with the worldwide exclusive.
You wasn't there. Like all y'all keep talking like y'all was, you wasn't there. Young Boy don't got a chance. Hope gonna be a killer. That's all you need to know.
Ain't no way around it.
Ain't no way
around it. Still gonna be a
Plug gonna be a plug.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't outside.
And still making hits. And don't knock the fact that still making hits.
You wasn't there. Talking about, Young Boy got hits. He got a lot of songs. You don't got a lot of hits. It's different. And I still haven't got to like New Future yet.
I'm about to say.
He wasn't in the club. He wasn't in the club turning up. Oh man.
When the club, and that's when the club was the club too. Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
It's before the drink. It's before him the drink.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier spot to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. This is my main man, Kenny. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the podcast because it is just your average guys, the homies, man. Come talk with us. You know what I'm saying? Hit the chat, hit the like, hit the share, subscribe weekly, every week. I can't tell you when. That's why you got to subscribe because you know when. Because we flip-flop. Might be on Sunday, might be Monday, might be Tuesday, we will be here every week. Right here on YouTube, anywhere you get your audio podcast platforms at. Man, what a week. A lot of things to cover today. I'm going to try to keep this in the hour 30, hour 45. We got the All-Star game. I got some questions about some college basketball stuff. We got our favorite segment. It's back. It's heavy. It's a lot of niggas in that segment. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we got the big boxing card coming up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of things, and we're starting our newest series of the NFL review, and we're starting with the AFC South division, where we're going to review each team needs, expiring contracts, what they got moving forward, and break down each of the 4 teams of each division. Man, so we got a lot to get into it, so don't forget, if you haven't already, go back out, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hang out with us tonight, man. How do I want to start, man? We got a lot.
Where are we going first? Where are we going?
I don't. It's a lot. Let's get the icons out the way. But I can't spell that song that I was playing earlier.
Don't spoil it.
I can't spell the song, so we ain't gonna play it because I can't figure it out.
Don't spoil it.
Let's get my black icons in sports. Then our Black History Month going on right now. First one, this one to me was a big one because I am a big baseball fan, played it all my life, and was big in learning about the Negro Leagues. And you can argue with anybody you want to argue with. This is one of the greatest power hitters of all time. And if you look at the MLB record books, they are reflecting that now. Josh Gibson himself, the catcher of the Negro League. I think it was the Homestead Grays. 2-time my Negro League champion. had a lifetime batting average of 373. That's
Mm.
It said it was rumored is known to hit 500 feet home runs. They don't account him for all his home runs. They say they can't be accounted, but they say he has over 800 career home runs. They say he has over 800 career home runs. International was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown in 1972. Like I said, off the rip, one of the best hitters, especially power hitters, that ever played a game of baseball. And that's MLB, Negro League. I don't care what eras, pre-Civil War. I mean, not pre-Civil, pre-World War, post-World War, modern era, steroid era, your mama era, your daddy era, the best hitter to ever play the game of baseball, period. Mr. Josh Gibson. You know what I'm saying? They ain't much to be said, but you can see it right there. And I'm glad that I think it was last year or maybe 2 years ago, they actually kind of did the record books where he is the highest career slugging percentage, the highest career, like he owns a lot of the power ones besides the home runs because they can't verify him. But it is known to say he has well over 800 career home runs in the Negro League. So shout out to the MLB getting that right. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't talk about him. I mean, a lot of people in the baseball world talking about him. So I wanted to put it up on our platform as one of our black icon in sports of the week. Anything you want to add?
Nah, man, I would just say that to be fair, a lot of true baseball heroes, especially ones that look like us, sometimes they get lost in, the statistical achievements, just because sometimes we may never really ever be able to uncover all that was accomplished in the Negro Leagues just because, stats and diving through the archives, sometimes those things were just weren't made available, just how they were recording the game at that time, especially the Negro League. But again, whether it's by, all accounts, by, whoever doing like deep investigations into, who they were, trust me, the names that I remember at the time are always heroes, brother. So for Josh Gibson, you will forever be marked in history as one of the greatest to ever do it. Again, that goes across any league known to man, national, American, MLB, whatever, bro. Like, ain't just made the whole list. I can't do it as beautifully as he did, but that's across all American history, bro. He's a true icon, true hero. Again, especially it could have been an easy reach just to go for Jackie Robinson, but again, it's for the ones that don't get mentioned a lot, the ones that are not at the top of everybody's list that truly were, groundbreaking, for the Jackie Robinson. So hats off to you, young man. You'll forever be remembered.
Yeah, man. The next one, hey man, had to go in there. One of the most dominant sports figures ever. She happens to be black. Miss Serena Williams, over 23 Grand Slam titles. I think over almost 400 days at number one in the rankings. A ton of victories. Just like her accolades, you know what it is. I mean, if you're watching this sports podcast, you should know who Serena Williams is. And Serena Williams, not only what she means to what young black girls, her and her sister, but specifically Serena, her dominance. Like, her dominance is like MJ dominance in basketball. Like, she came out there wanting to really kill you on the court figuratively and dominate you. That power, athleticism, like her stretch. Like, that's why, like, she's just not only for like women athletes, she's known as one of the most dominant athletes ever.
Period.
Like, ever. Like, like when you talk about dominant athletes in history, like, her name is up there. I would put top 5 in a lot of people in my eyes.
Easy.
But like, she's up there. And then you add on the fact what she meant, what she built the way for, like, you got your Coco Gauffs out here. You got like made it a way to be yourself, right? Be authentically yourself and be in a sport that, you know what I'm saying, not many of us are in. You know what I'm saying? Really opened that door. I ain't forget opening. She kicked it in. Kicked that door down. And, Serena Williams, you can't say Black History Month in sports without her. So I knew one week I was going to put her up there. But like, accolades aside, is what she meant to the sport of tennis. really got them the money that they're making now. Like women, that's the one sport where women make more money than the men. Transitional. I mean, what's the word I'm looking for? An athlete that you can put on, like you see her commercials, even when she's not playing, she still has commercials. Just overall dominant sports figure. It's kind of disservice to say just a black icon. She's a sports icon. Period. Miss Serena Williams, man, ain't much more you can say. Kenny, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, brother. Yeah, you said it. Ain't too much more you can say, bro. 2 quick notes. Must see TV.
Yeah.
And that is a phrase that is hardly ever mentioned when we talk about tennis sometimes, but trust me, it was must-see TV, especially when she was going after one of the many accomplishments that you guys see here on the screen. When it got down to like the finals and to that final match, it was like, let me get home, race to the correct channel number so I can find it, because you about to witness history. It was the fierceness, the competitiveness. All of that is, again, had every sports fan alike just glued to the TV. So, again, for a sport that, for any part of sports that's usually male dominated, again, to garner that much attention, that much acclaim, already a superhero. Now, adding to the fact that when you start talking about mentioning any GOAT of any sport, what we're talking about your Jordans, we're talking about your Muhammad Ali's, your Tom Brady's, your who else is up there? Like, I don't care who you mean, your Tiger Woods, whatever. Bruh, she is in that group, in that tier. I'm not even just talking about within a sport. You're not just talking about your Novaks, your Rafael Nadal's, your who give me any other name you want to mention in tennis, but supersede her own sport. We're just talking about across all swim lanes, pure dominance. So again, it's just an added bonus that there is a plethora of girls that came after her that kind of share the same culturistic aspect. Looks like us, does the crip walk on national television. It's just icon, bro. Come from a neighborhood that's that we're accustomed to. All of it kind of paints the story why this is just so historic and why she's just a living icon, bro, living legend.
Yeah, point blank period, man. Like I said, past tennis, just a sports icon. I did find a song, so we're gonna play it a little bit.
Blackness.
So, that's our IDK Sports Black Sports Icons of the Week for Black History Month. Serena Williams and Josh Gibson. Them are the two. You can go to our Instagram page and see in-depth details about them and everything. But, two people that are well deserving of the praise, praise they get. Let's get into talk a little bit of All-Star Weekend, huh? I got a little something. Got a little highlights. They're gonna play. Hold on. Nope, not gonna play for me.
I hate this.
Just playing too. Not gonna play. All right, the All-Star Weekend happened last weekend. You had the dunk competition, 3-point competition. Damian, get this junk off the stage. You had Damian Lillard win the 3-point competition. You had the Knicks won whatever that was. I don't even know what that was.
Don't matter.
I don't
Skills challenge.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. And then you had was it Keyshawn Johnson from the Miami Heat won the dunk competition. Hey man, Saturday night was because they had the Olympics on. Saturday night was kind of very lackluster, bro. It started so early, bro. It was done by 8:00.
The 3-point contest was like the first thing they came on. I'm like, what the hell?
It was. Yeah, it's tough, bro.
It
was tough, bro. like Saturday night was rough. Like the dunk competition, it was some decent dunks. I don't want to crap on it too much, but
I will.
Like it's hard. It's hard. Like the dunk competition. This is what I will say. Yes, the names are missing, but like now we done got to the point where it's not even like because like some people that won dunk competition besides the Michael Jordan and all them Kobe years and Vince Carter years and stuff like that. like Jason Richardson wasn't like a superstar. He was a known player. Like we done went from like the fifth and sixth player and seventh player down to the jokers that are like on two-way contracts, bro. Sometimes they're in the G League, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're in the NBA, sometimes they're not. Like that hurts it when they're not no names at all. Like I don't know who they are. Like they got to get the young boys to go back into the dunk competition, the young emerging stars. I think the last young emerging stars were what? Zach LaVine and Eric Gordon?
Thank you.
Really?
I was about to say, like, even when they was on the come up, bro, it wasn't like we talking about Zach LaVine was still with the Wolves. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not talking about the prolific 3-point. I mean, he did go on to be a part of the 3-point contest eventually, you know, and being a highly sought after player. But again, we talking about on the come up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bruh, somebody has to come along and kind of restore the vibes, man, because this ain't it. Bruh, like, I don't, I don't want to rag on it too much, but bruh, even your boy Keyshawn Johnson this week, I don't even feel like he won the dunk contest. I feel like he won the dance competition. If it was you got served, bruh, he won it. I remember more of his dances than I do remember his dunks.
Yeah, he was. It was.
It wasn't like no show. It wasn't like no world beaters. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm gonna just tell the truth here. It wasn't that great of a show.
Yeah,
You know, the most outstanding feat I can remember is that your boy Dame Dollar, that was like his first time touching the court after like, you know, being out for injury.
He's still out. Yeah, he's still out. So
bro, but I'm gonna just pull up when it's 3-point. I'm gonna be out.
I mean, 3-point competition was lit. It started. Why they put it first? 3-point competition was lit. Like they was really shooting that thing, and then like, why is that first? I know why you want to put the dunk competition last, but why is that first?
You gotta bring back the old format, bro. Like I remember some type of like celebrity thing what happened first, then it'll be a skills challenge, then you get the 3-point, and then you have the dunk contest. That like was literally like the nightcap. It will finish off what was a great show. And mind you, this is when the stars are playing. You know, I remember cats like Chris Paul will go through the skills challenge. What's your boy from the Grizzlies? With a crazy handle. Was it Deron? I get Deron Williams. I think he went through the skills challenge, bro. Like you had like legitimate stars going through the gauntlet, bro. Even going through your 3-point contest. AK-47, he'll pull up for the 3-point. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a legitimate show, bro. Stars was out.
It's just Saturday night is rough, and then Saturday night is rough, but Sunday night almost made up for it. It was that format that they got was pretty good. That was a good format. I mean, I think it started with the young guys in the world team, Wemby and Ant kind of started going at it. And then like the older guys, you could tell they didn't want to lose to the world team or the young Bulls in that first game. I think that last game, it was kind of like,
that's the most minutes they played in a long time.
Yeah, they was kind of tired by then. But I think that first game, them first two, like you can tell, like Kawhi was like, okay, I'm gonna take over. LeBron and them, they was really foul. Like when Wemby went up, they was really fouling him. Like they was fouling jokers. It was like a real they played a game. Now it wasn't like they were going overly hard, but they played a good pickup game of basketball. Like, yeah, we're gonna play a little bit.
And that's what it felt like, bro. It felt like king of the court, bro. Like I'm like, damn, I can dig this format, bro. Like it felt like, hey, get your 5, we're gonna run. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're gonna run until somebody kick us off the court. And it's like, okay. Because at first I know somebody was kind of, the league was kind of throwing around an idea of like king of the court. I think the girls are doing it right now, one-on-ones.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, that's a pretty good idea, especially when you got your stars involved. So if you break it out to actual 5, like a round robin tournament, the way they did, I'm with it. That's probably the most exciting basketball I've seen in a while.
That was some exciting. That was an exciting game of basketball. I'm not even gonna lie. Like that's probably I watched most of that All-Star game, point blank period. Like I like the format. like, I don't know if you're gonna keep doing all them teams again, but if they're gonna play like that, you can play a game if they're gonna play like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the world thing made a difference. And everybody played besides Joker and Luka Doncic. They still don't.
Still don't care. Still don't care.
They really don't care. But hey, kudos to the NBA, man. Y'all made Sunday night. It's talked about. And it came on a little earlier because of the Olympics. So maybe that had something to do with it. It wasn't like a pickup game at 10 o'clock at night. So, I mean, hey. Saturday, it made up for Saturday night. Saturday night was trash. I ain't gonna lie.
Facts.
Like the best thing that happened Saturday night was the South Carolina LSU play. I watched that whole game. But
we can get into that too. We can definitely get into that.
that South Carolina LSU game was a good game, but we'll talk about women's basketball on another day. We got a lot of other things to cover.
Yeah, I got you.
But shout out to the All-Star weekend, man. People had a good time.
Real quick, bro. Let's just think it for 2 seconds, for 2 questions, right? How you feel about the youngins? I mean, you got Scotty Barnes, Ant-Man, Cade. But how you feel about them?
I mean, Ant-Man is like the NBA ain't got no choice, bro. They're gonna have to make him the superstar. They don't want to. I get why they don't want to. I get why Silver's like, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way. Because you can't control what you're gonna say. But he really got this young crew. Him and Shea are like heads and heels. And I think he's better than Shea, but he's heads over heels, like the class of the young boy. But you gotta have an American star, and
they hate it. They hate it. Say the truth, Ant. They hate
it. Because you don't know what he's gonna say. I mean, Ant don't care about. Yeah, he's the star though. They're gonna have to.
Right. In his post conference, right? It's like it's almost cringy because it's funny, but it's cringy at the same time because he's like somebody's asking him a question and he'll just start smirking, and it's like, don't do it, bloodbath, don't say nothing crazy, don't do it.
It's a
He can also say something crazy and put on a show, be MVP of the game, bro. So it's like
he definitely can put on the show. He definitely can put on the show.
Bed.
I guess, bro. Speaking of young boys, though, I got a question about this one. This story I've been watching for a minute, but now it's starting to come to a head. This cat, Darren Peterson from Kansas, he is a dog. Probably gonna be #1 pick. Great player. He can really shoot, but he only will play no more than 25 to 27 minutes a game. He's averaging 20. 48% shooting. He's a good shooter. People are saying like they remind him of a young Kobe. The boy can play. He can really play. But he's at Kansas. He done missed, I think, 11 games through the leg cramps, illness, hamstring, a little suspicious. And he doesn't play more than 20 minutes a game. Like, he literally would sub himself out and not come back in the game. And I'm talking about, it don't matter if they playing Arizona, when he was playing AJ at BYU. So a lot of people are saying, like, is this load management? He told Kansas, like, I'll come be in your program. I got to come for a year. But I don't want to play more because I'm saving myself for the NBA. Like, and if that's true, when it comes out that he was saving himself for the NBA and Bill Self and them signed up for that, this is something that a mid-major might do. Not a powerhouse like Kansas. Like, he doesn't play, he done missed a lot of big games. Like when they were playing Arizona, when they was undefeated, when Arizona #1 team and ranked in the nation, he done missed a lot of big games. And they play Iowa State this weekend. He literally saw the whole second half talking about he had cramps.
Yeah.
Is this the new era, bro? Is this the new NIL?
It's the culture, bro. Is whether we talking about college football, we talking about college basketball. Bro, it's just follow the leader. This is the new breed of athlete that we are putting into the pros, bro. It filters down. Bad habits filter down. So, yeah, if I see my stars doing it, look, whether it's LeBron, whether it's Luka, whether it's Kawhi, shit, if they got load management shit, I'm doing it too. You know what I'm saying? If we got NFL players saying that, hey, I'm gonna sit out until I, get paid X amount of dollars or I get paid what I'm worth. Guess what? Guess where it happened next? Now the rookies are saying it. Dudes that's just coming into the league are saying I ain't stepping on the field till X, X, and X happen. All right, so guess what's going to happen now? Now the college football players are saying, hey, I need this much next year. They're ringing up inside of a contract. While they're on contract, they're saying they're ringing up inside of a contract.
I mean, this is different.
It rolls downhill, bro.
Only because this kid, like, it's funny because he only plays 20 minutes a game, right? Maybe 25. That's half a game. It's 40 minutes in a college game.
Yeah.
But it's no NBA scout saying he's not the number one pick. Now, I have seen the boy play. He can play. I talked to my dad about seen him. I talked to my dad about, like, the boy can play. The boy is nice. I ain't gonna hold you. He can really ball. Big, yeah. But to not be playing, like, you was going up against AJ. I don't know how to say his name. AJ the Bansa, whatever his name. I forgot his name. The boy, brother from BYU.
God forgive us. Yeah.
Y'all went head to head. Like, where's your competitiveness edge at? Like, hey, bro. Like, that's why I want to hope that he really does have like injury problems this year. He just getting through the season so he can put tape out there. But if not, like, it's number one versus number two. Y'all could, like, probably gonna be the top two picks or one top in the top three in the draft this year.
Boy, who you think this is? Magic and Bird? Boy, we don't care about that.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. That's wild. That's wild. I didn't want to talk about it sooner in the year because I knew it was happening. But now it's like, and then Bill Self came out and said, I thought he was good to go the whole game. So now it sounds like Bill Self don't know what's going on. I'm like, this is Kansas. You don't get no blue blood than Kansas in college basketball.
Yeah, got it.
This is something I would expect at like a mid-major or a lower tier power conference team. But this is Kansas. You get 5 stars all the time. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Because some people trying to compare it to Kyrie. I said Kyrie, I was around. Kyrie broke his foot. He actually didn't have to come back to play in the tournament, and he did.
Yeah.
That's different. He actually broke his foot.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? Because this is going to be at the top of scouts' minds going into June. So it's like the mentality thing versus actual medical history. You know, do we think that it truly is that he's saving himself for the league? He's trying not to put too much wear and tear on his body so you can get, a fully primed athlete when he gets there? Or is it just that, I'm above this, even though I'm a freshman, I put enough on tape already. The rest y'all can debate amongst yourselves. I'm already being seen as a top 2 player in the draft. I pretty much did what I needed to do. So you got to weigh out, the pros and cons of, what risk you're really going to take come June, because don't think, this 18, 19-year-old kid, that mentality going to change if you really think it's on that side of, that on that side of the spectrum of, oh, it's a mentality thing. Yeah, but ain't that much maturity in the world to where he really just going to start going, he just going to be super mature once you get him into the pros. But if it's a health thing, a medical thing, yeah, bro, take the time you need. Leg cramps are crazy, bro. It's crippling.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hell, man, if you hear something in the background, my wife is vacuuming. So I don't know if I'm in trouble or she just decided to clean. We'll find out.
What music? Hold on. I can tell you what song is playing in the background. I'll tell you.
I don't hear no music. I heard the back. It's 10:30 at night. What you vacuuming for? Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? You know what's happening and what else is crippling, man? It's that time, bro. It's that time, bro.
Reporting live down in the Maysville News Center, KBD, the artist known as Mr. Big, were to be released from prison today.
It's a lot of y'all
has caused
man.
an uprising in the prison
starting to come to
pod. Speak to him today,
and
I asked him, why did you do the things you did?
Get that camera on
You
my
would be
goddamn
revoked
face,
for 3
man.
months.
What happened?
They say they have new evidence.
We got 3 jokes with serious allegations on it.
Take that shit to trial, bitch.
Well, let me tell them. Hey,
take that shit. I started selling dope back in 1986.
I bought a Cadillac and put them things on this bitch.
The planes blowed out with the white.
Oh man, let's start with let's start with Stephon. Let's start with, because I think out of all of them, not saying That is not serious.
But at the same,
but out of all of them, it's like a he said, she said. How about that? It's a he said, she said. So hold on while I pull it up. Never mind. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying.
Take the cues, Ed. Take the cues, brother.
I'm about to say something crazy. New England Patriots wide receiver Stephon Diggs pled not guilty on Friday to felony strangulation and other criminal charges stemming from an alleged dispute with his personal chef. At the arraignment, Diggs' scheduled next appearance for pretrial hearing is on April 1st. According to records, the chef told the officers that she and Diggs argued about money he owed her for work during December 2nd encounter at his home. She said he smacked her across the face and tried to choke her using the crook of his crook. I thought he said crock. I said, how do you choke somebody with a crock? Tried to choke her using the crook of his elbow around her neck, leaving her feeling short of breath. The attorney has said he categorically denies these allegations, calling them unsubstantial and motivated by a financial dispute. You know what I'm saying? Stephon Diggs, you lost Super Bowl, lost your girlfriend, and now you in jail. Well, was in jail to let you out. Now you going to court for strangulation of not. Hey, I don't get how these guys get in money disputes over chefs and stuff like that. You make all that money, and it's so much easier to say, okay, I'll never hire you get as a chef and pay the money. First of all, not saying it is true. I'm not saying, let's take out the court case right now. Some of the stuff these guys even get in the situation of be dumb. Okay, I need 10. What is 10 grand to peace of mind to y'all? How much money you making? Cut the check. Have your lawyer cut the check. Don't ever talk to the person again. Move on. Now, I'm gonna let you do on your own, and you can go see the chef. I wasn't gonna put it up here, but I'm not doing that because I'm not painting that narrative. But Stephon Diggs in legal trouble. And they some people say the timing is weird how they waited to do all this after the Super Bowl. Because he got put the charges in December?
Yeah, because he had a arraignment on January 23rd.
So Stephon, Kenny, go ahead.
Well, for those that are research fanatics and and would like to go see who the disputing party is,
She's a chef.
You and I both know. I'm gonna let you in on a secret for those that don't. This ain't about chefing. This ain't about the food. This ain't about the cutlery. This ain't about the dish. This ain't about none of that. I'm gonna tell you that now. I don't know what the hell you can cook that will make you want to slap the hell out you and choke you.
Sometimes them ribs be good. Sometimes them ribs be fine.
I don't know what the hell will make you want to we got felony charges of strangulation and suffocation and misdemeanor assault, battery, all kinds of craziness going on. I'm gonna tell you right now, this ain't about no damn food. Cause for all that, boy, McDonald's up the street. You can only be so hungry where you forced to smack somebody.
Yeah.
But hey, bro, but in all seriousness, I don't know, believe women, bro. I'm trying to stay on air. I'm trying to keep this podcast going, so believe women.
Yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe to your IDK Sports Podcast, man. The next one, bro. Hey, bro. All I can say is this dude right here. Hey, yo, you up in the city, bro? What's up, bro? How big your ass is, bro? Because
I'm F-R-E-E, fuck nigga free. That means I ain't gotta worry about no fuck nigga cheat. And I'm S-I-N-G-L-E again. Outside hanging out the window with my ratchet ass friends. I'm F-R-E-E,
he gonna be in jail.
That means I ain't gotta worry about no fuck nigga cheat.
You ain't gotta worry about him, bro.
He was saying, that boy Ed said, free her till it's backwards.
Hey, Rakia, you ain't got to worry about her because he going to be, he can be outside the summer. All in Miami. Because this one right here, on the left, hey, bro. Hey, go get a preview, bro. It's about to be out the league, big dog. Because you about to be out the league, big dog. Hey, bro.
Over.
Hey, bro, I'm biased. I don't care, bro. But allegedly, because we are semi-journalists here.
Yeah.
Don't want to get our politics down. You know
Fair
what I'm saying?
Fair
Allegedly. James Pierce was booked down in Miami after the dispute with his ex-girlfriend, Rakia Jackson. I'm just gonna say his charges because fuck that. 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated stalking, aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, fleeing and eluding the police, and resisting the officer without violence to his person. You heard the story, you know what I'm saying? The story been out for like the past couple of weeks. Dude got arrested. Dude was following Rakia in his car. At some point, he like blocked her in, tried to get into her car, all allegedly. Just was on some wild stuff, like on some wild things. He really had to, if you saw the video, he had to be tackled. I'm not gonna put that video up here because I ain't gonna do him like that, even though fuck him. He had to be tackled to the ground by 7 police officers almost.
Easy.
And then a police officer actually had his door, the Lambo he had the door open, telling him to get out the car. He actually pulled off, and that's why he got the battery on a law enforcement officer, because he kind of tapped the law enforcement officer's car.
Yeah.
So, hey man, bro, dude had issues coming out of Tennessee?
Yes, sir.
Coming out of Tennessee, and it showed itself. I don't know I don't know if his talent is that good enough. Not saying I don't know how the NFL can sweep under the rug. I don't know if his talent is that good enough for them to sweep this under the rug. Go ahead, Kenny.
Man, I want to respect the journalistic integrity here, right? That we are semi-journalists, part-time journalists, and we gotta say what the facts are presented to us at the time. But if I had to turn that switch off for a second, and if I were just a casual fan, casual spectator, I would say he did that.
It's all on. They haven't even got to the camera. It was on the it was on the street. So it's gonna be it's all kind of pod.
Oh
cameras.
Man. Bruh, they gonna be pulling footage from the damn nearby ATM machine to get what he did. It's gonna be everybody's Ring camera got lit up that day. So by all means, bro, we just saw, the top of the iceberg, bro. We didn't even see everything that's gonna get revealed in due time. So, and to see a video where, again, allegedly, so irate, and it took so much, just to get him restrained. It's like, bro, my boy was on a full crash out mission, full suicide squad, full kamikaze. Yeah. And that made me 2 things at once, because that may be his career too.
Oh yeah, I don't see how he survives this.
From the standpoint of the stance that the league takes on, especially when women are involved. You have your accounts of like Ray Rice. Trying to think of some others. Not trying to dig up any trauma here. Let me be serious in this moment, but. In certain accounts where, of course, women are involved, Brad, it is a zero tolerance policy, as it should, and then take into effect, again, you got another prominent athlete, Rakia, is like, bro, she also has to maintain her likeness, her image, because thinking about the damage this may cause, just in her home and her personal life. And then on top of that, still have to be present and forward facing, for the many fans of women's basketball. So it's a lot that the league has to take into account to really, it's gonna be tough to try to justify his return to the league if these allegations turn out to be true. I'll leave it at that. But for all those, prayers for those that that need it. Pray that justice is served, and hey man, I hope life is full of lessons. Hope this is one.
Hey, Rakia, man. On a better note, Rakia, you can be outside because he's gonna be gone. Ain't gotta worry about him no more.
I'm F-R-E-E, fuck nigga.
It's all you can do.
I ain't gotta worry
All
about
the money, wherever you want to be.
and I'm
Rakia, you gonna be good. He about to be gone.
with my
All right.
wretched ass friends. I'm F-R-E-E, fuck.
You know what I'm saying? So let's the last, one of athletes in legal trouble. This one is very disturbing. BYU wide receiver Parker Kingston, the one you see pictured in the middle, has been charged with first-degree felony R-word. Don't want to say it because guidelines and stuff like that by the Washington County Attorney Office in Utah. This comes nearly after a year-long investigation that began when a 20-year-old woman reported a sexual assault to officers at St. George Regional Hospital, basically saying, and then she told them that he did it. They assaulted her. You can read it for yourself on ESPN.com. I really don't want to read all these details on this platform, but he was being held with no bond. At one point, I think they did release him on like a $100,000 bond, some $500,000 bond, something like that. Or he has the bond. He has been expelled from the school, because BYU's policy and everything.
Yeah.
Either way, if it was true or not, they can't but some of the things that he's being alleged of, this is the leading receiver for the team last year. Disgusting. And I mean, no other way to put it. Some things he's being alleged of is pure disgusting. Got to wait for the whole thing to play out, but he was being held without bail. And like, if anybody know the legal system, sometimes when you're held without bail, that means that they think you're a threat to the community.
Mm-hmm.
Even for the attorney generals to ask for that, at some point. Hey man, brothers, I'll tell you one, young brothers, hey man, no means no, brothers. Point blank, period. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Kenny, you
and let's just leave it there because I ain't got too many words on that, brother. That's outright disgusting. Again, I know we gotta maintain some type of journalistic balance here and say alleged for the time being, but I'm gonna just let this one go. We got other things we could talk about, but this one is
it look like 2 out of 3 of them gonna be in jail. All right, that's all right. If I had to do a little ratio stuff, I might get off, might pay some money, maybe do some community service. I'm not saying his is right or anything like that, but other two, one is on camera and the other one, hey bro, them allegations is crazy.
I'm about to say, yeah, the feds come when the feds come knocking, they usually got enough. So
yes. Woo. All right, now we got past that segment. You know what I'm saying? Now they trying to say that they belong to me. That's what they That's some jokers feel. Let's get into our main topic, and like I said, our new series that we got going on of the NFL division season reviews. And this week we're starting off with the AFC South. AFC South had 2 people get in the playoffs from this division. Surprisingly, to a lot of people. 2 people got in the playoffs in the division. Which team we want to start with? Let's see who we pull up first. Wow. The Titans. Titans finished 3-14. Let me get did not make the playoffs, got a brand new coach in Robert Saleh and a new offensive coordinator in Brian Daboll. Some of the big things in 2026 is, for me, as you can see on here, Cam Ward's development is the biggest thing. Point blank, period. You got to get him weapons. You got to develop him more. I think he showed glimpses of the athleticism and some of the things he can do. And I like his fight. Never can say that Cam Ward ain't got fight in him. You know what I'm saying? He's a definitely competitor. This is a total rebuild. I think Robert Saleh bringing a defensive coach is necessary because I think that defense is getting old. I think you need pass rush help, especially off the edge. I think you definitely need secondary help. That secondary is atrocious. You got some young wide receivers, but I think you still do need a playmaker. I don't think you got to get free agency for that. I think you need to go to the draft. Wide receivers in the draft. That's like an outside threat. I don't know who's going to be in free agency. We can talk about that if you know a little bit about it. But I think the main thing is you got plenty of cap space. You got picks. Developing Cam Ward, building that defense. Kind of do what the Packers did with Aaron Rodgers early in his career and Jordan Love. Like, you get them some targets, but you got to, if you have a good defense, that helps everything, right? And that defense is, your best player is what, 30 plus? And he's a dog. Simmons is a dog, but he needs an edge rusher to help him. And then you also need that secondary is horrible. I can't name anybody out that secondary. Maybe you can help me. That secondary needs some help. But like I said, the main thing with them, wins is not important right now to me, but I know how I'm not a fan of the Titans neither. But you want to see the next step in Cam Ward's development and build this roster back up.
Yeah. Now, I would say that is your first stopping point. Is like, hey, let's start building around our young talent. Now, I don't know if anybody is completely off the ship of Cam Ward. I think that's entirely way too fast. You like, come on, you got to give the boy more than one a year. But
he had nobody there. I don't understand how people are off when ain't nobody there.
I'm not dignifying that argument. So let's just move forward. Other than that, trenches, like, bro, you are a tough team. That's why you go out and you get a Robert Saleh. You kind of, reset the culture. Kind of going back to like gritty wins, kind of like what Vrabel brought to the Titans. During a certain point, it's like you want to be that tough, rugged team. Win nasty games, play physical up front. So you kind of got some of those pieces, at least on the defensive side up front with T'Vondre Sweat and Jeffrey Simmons. You kind of have those two pillars in the middle, but let's start building on the strong points that we do already have. So you got a strong presence up front in that 34 defense. All right, cool. You want to get rid of Harold Landry last year? All right, let's start bringing some ferociousness again back off that edge. So maybe you want to go, I don't know, Ruben Bain or David Bailey for that with that fourth pick in this upcoming draft. Or if you want to, give Cam Ward some talent too. This is a very deep wide receiver class.
Is it for outside receivers though?
Not outside. I wouldn't say that.
Okay.
If you're staying at number 4, if you want to get a skill player at number 4, that's your time to do it. I wouldn't wait till second, third round to look for an X wide receiver. That's not the time. But if you do choose to go skill, with that 4th overall pick, maybe you go Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson. I wouldn't advise it, but
I like the Ruben Bain and getting your pass rusher.
And Brett, you got to win up front. You got to establish identity first. You got to establish, what type of team you're going to be. And just coming out the gate, just looking for flash, those coaches don't stay around long enough. Trey, you got, and on top of that, your team has one of the most, have one of the largest bankrolls this offseason with having a whole bunch of cap space and a whole bunch of money to spend. Then they're ballparked around somewhere, 120 mil.
They got a ton of cap space.
A ton of cap space to kind of make some moves. So maybe, yeah. So even if you're not the hot ticket, at the show right now, sometimes money talks. Money will bring the right talent around if you use it properly. So if you want to hit the free agency for George Pickens, so be it that the Cowboys don't franchise tag him. That may be an option. If you don't want to spend that much money, there's a Romeo Doubs there that's coming out of Green Bay. They had a stacked wide receiver room. Eventually, somebody had to go, and Doubs is just the first one up. So maybe you go there. There's a Jawan Jennings coming out of San Francisco. That you as far as wide receiver options you can pull, but I think for that first pick, with that fourth overall pick, bro, it's got to be an identity setting pick. This is the first one out the gate for Robert Saleh being head coach, bro. You got to state your claim with this one, and I don't think this requires too much flash in the pan. You're coming from dead last in your division, so you got to come out the gate swinging.
I think, yeah. I think like with that cap space, even if you're not getting guys that maybe can, like I said, not the superstar, you need some veteran leadership in that locker room. You need some vets. That was a very young team last year in the show.
Yeah.
Especially, you need some vets on the offensive side. So I'm not mad at a Romeo Dobbs who's been in the league for a little while, a Jennings, or you just get a receiver that's decent but need, I'd rather go free agency to get a veteran receiver and then go Ruben Bain or my man from Texas Tech or maybe the guy from Clemson that people forgot about that's a dog.
Yeah.
At defensive line. Because I think you went and got your quarterback. Now let's look at that rusher. Let's get somebody to get to the quarterback. And that's our foundation for what our franchise is going to be moving forward. Them are the two pillars. Like we're going to talk about another team, in the same division who did that. And they are the two faces of their franchise. Well, so I think you got to go pass rusher in the draft. I think you go and still get veterans in key spots, linebacker, maybe some veteran corners to mix up with the youth. And like you said, and everything after that is all summer we're developing. We're developing.
Yeah.
We're developing Cam Ward.
Bro. I mean,
you go as far as he goes.
You already gonna have to like turn over the roster, right? From the aging roster to a young roster, and those type of deals don't just happen overnight. So yeah, this isn't like a one draft and we're back to being playoff contenders. No, you don't take this job thinking that it's one season turnaround. Absolutely not. You coming in with the idea of like, hey, we got a bunch of money this off season. We're not going to spend it all. We're going to use it wisely so we can extend some key guys, whether that's, throwing some money back, some more money at Jeffrey Simmons. If that's, I don't know how much Calvin really going to want to play. I think Chig or Quanquo, a tight end for them. He's set to hit free agency, but he's also, a pretty talented tight end. Again, to kind of keep him around for consistency purposes. You did hit on an Alec Yamor. I can never say his last name. He was a rookie wide receiver last year. Again, it's just kind of building that consistency. You want to bring in a couple new faces, but also you want to kind of build that rapport too. You don't want to just bring in a whole fresh set because that don't really take too much. That don't really replace what happened last year. You still want to keep some building blocks around, some familiar faces, to where over time they start developing. It's kind of see that maturation rate across your depth chart, not just at one position. Iron sharpen iron, so they all kind of get better at the same time. So that goes for a Gunnar Helm that's currently tight end too. That goes for Ellick, who I just mentioned, that wide receiver. I do like the young kid from Penn State that's playing nickel for them right now. I think it's Kevin Winston. Kind of came in at the back half of the season, but really started picking up when the season started to close out. But again, he just kind of built rapport. This isn't a one and done type of deal.
Yeah. So that's the Titans, man. Like Titans got a lot of rebuilding the roster, so you got a lot of things that you gotta get. So, but developing Cam Ward is the biggest one.
No question.
Let's get to the next one. The actual champions of the AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars, 13-4. They won the AFC South. What am I saying about that? Trevor Lawrence took that step to looking like the Trevor Lawrence that they thought he was going to be. Got paid some big re-sign they got to do with Travis Etienne. Got to figure that out. Got to get that contract. It's a running back contract, so you know how them go. You know what I'm saying? You know how them go. That's a big one. Some of the improvements for them, defensive side, it was great in run defense, but could use a pass rusher though. Could get to the quarterback. Didn't get to the quarterback as much as you would think they was for how good that run defense was. Run defense was very stopped. So maybe a pass rusher and the secondary. Are you gonna sign who they traded for from the Broncos? Greg Newsome?
Greg Newsome.
Greg Newsome, are you gonna re-sign him? His contract is up, or are you gonna go with a younger to go with that tandem with the other corner? Can't think of his name right now. You probably got his name.
My boy from Tyson Campbell.
Yeah. So
is he gone now? Damn, I'm tripping.
Yeah, but their main thing is trying to keep as much of this team together as they can. They got to pay Etienne. They got to pay Etienne. They are over the salary cap, so they do got to restructure some deals. Some money got to be moved around. Some people that they might not want to let go gonna have to get let go to make room in the cap space. But the thing with the cap space, though, they also do got 10 draft picks this year. So that's big. That can help you move around some pieces, trade up to get some pieces if you want to get some pieces. And then the next thing is Trevor Lawrence. I think next year Trevor Lawrence needs to ascend to that. But then to reach that next step, he needs to ascend to that MVP status, like in the conversation. But as far as the coaching, I think you hit it out the park with the coach. I think you got a good match right there. The OC is staying because I don't think the OC got a job. So the OC is staying. Obviously, keeping that continuity. This is just trying to keep this team together and win this, and let's move forward while still working the constraints of the salary cap. That's really where we're at with the Jaguars.
Yeah. I see this is kind of taboo, right? Because they do have a bunch of draft picks, but they also don't have a first rounder coming into this year, because of the pick for Travis Hunter last year.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're draft rich, but you're also gonna miss out on the top 32 players.
You got 10 though. You can make
that's what I'm saying. Arguably, you're gonna miss out on the top. What we foresee right now, you're gonna miss out on the first round talent. As we see it right now. Who knows?
Still a lot of picks though.
There's a lot of picks, but again, are you gonna be able to pick a superstar, or are you gonna be able to pick a role player? And being how their success in the playoffs last year, maybe that still fits them, right? Because like you said, you did hit it out of the park with your head coach hire. Do we believe Lawrence is a future superstar? Is he, has he shown last year that he could be potentially a top 8 quarterback in this league? It's like, is he that? Can we start being consistent? Because he had his run of, of coaches, of OCs too. So maybe we start putting those pieces together. Now we got a quarterback and coach tandem that might be formidable moving forward. And that's one major chess piece to, that you definitely want to keep in your back pocket. I'm not saying you're McVay and Matt Stafford. I'm not saying they're them, but again, with time, it could be dangerous. Now you start to look elsewhere on their team. Going back to Travis Hunter, what role is he playing? What role do you want him to play?
You gotta put him at DB. Now, it gotta be DB. You got receivers.
But it was the same argument that we had coming into his rookie year. It was just like, bro, make a decision and stand by it. That, again, to your point, I think Parker Washington is a damn star. He makes a lot of tough ass catches. I think with the right amount of opportunities, he can be nothing short of a Stephon Diggs. Prime Stephon in Minnesota. To me.
Okay. New England Stephon got some shit going
on. No, I'm talking about game with a touchdown.
You gotta playoff prime Stephon.
Yeah. I got you.
I'm getting active.
Yeah, pardon me. But I'm talking about like Viking Stephon. That's how much talent I think he has. All right. So, you make your decision on how much you value the running back position. Everybody believes something different. All right.
That duo would be nice though with Tootin, because Tootin came on at the end of the year. Hall came on in the year very strong, and then you add ETN just got that playmaker into him that I think you got to sign that.
Bro, he broke a lot of games, bro. You know what I'm saying? They jumped out to a lot of leads because they had a a Russian threat. That defense, forced a lot of turnovers, but they also capitalized on a lot of those turnovers too. Playing on a short field, being able to drain the clock and do those things that kind of factor into being a winning football team, which they were. So I'm not saying they're completely wrong, but with a duo of Brian Thomas and Parker Washington, that can win you some games.
I think got Jacoby Myers too. Yeah.
That can win you some games.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you want to be greedy and try to, add a prolific tight end on top of that? I don't think that's necessary. But what I do think you need, again, it's not always a bad option to, I think your boy Devin Lloyd is a free agent this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I know how people want to devalue linebackers, but bro, it plays a part. Ask the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe add another game changer back on defense. It's gonna be tough to do second round, but hey, all I say is batten the hatches with your guys with the money you can spend, re-sign who you can. But this team got some good bones, bro.
Yeah, man. The biggest thing is what can you keep together from the offseason with you being over the salary cap? You got to restructure some deals. You're gonna have to let some good players go. Some people just ain't going.
Yeah, everybody can't go.
Everybody can't be. That's the way the NFL is set up. So, but definitely great season, especially a great rookie coaching season for the coach. So,
and gets good competition too. They was playing a lot of good teams towards the end of the year. That season record wasn't by no fluke. They played a lot of tough games.
Yeah. Get to the next one. The Indianapolis Colts, 8-9 after that hot start when people thought that it was
Danny.
Yeah, Danny. Did not make the playoffs. Decisions they got to make. Daniel Jones, Alex Pierce. They got some linemen they got to make decisions on. They got to get the cap right. They got some cap space, but not much. So they got to have to restructure some deals. I think they're going to stick with Daniel Jones and give him probably like either another year or 2-year deal. Because I don't think they're going to go free. I'll be shocked if they go free agency unless they think, after they go free agency, they think they got a chance to get Collar. If they got a chance to truly get Collar, they might try to do that. But the biggest thing is they need defense, man. Really need an edge rusher. And I don't want to say secondary, but
you can say it. You can say it.
The secondary is secondary might be an issue. I know you got Sauce, and then you still got Kenny Moore. I mean, but
how long that's gonna hold up, bro? He gotta be pushing what 32, 33.
Yeah, man. So they really need secondary help, and they need.
He's 30 years old. I give him some bet. Hold on. Let me put some respect on his name. He's 30 years old.
They need secondary help. They probably can use a pass rusher. So I think I think some of this can be done in free agency, but a lot of this is the draft. I think you go early defensive picks. I think I don't know how high they picking if they willing to trade up. I think you need to go get you one of these safety, that man. They need to trade up and go get that man. I think you need
but
him.
Here's the conundrum. Again, just like I just got done talking about with the Jags. With the Jags. They don't have no first round pick neither. Because of that deal with Sauce.
You need a safety.
What a tangle web we weave. You know what I'm saying? Trying to strike. Again, I get it. They was hitting their stride last year, and they thought they had something.
Need a couple of pieces. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe make a run.
We about to go on a run. I get it.
Fell apart.
But just like that, fell off the tracks.
Yeah.
Now you out some resources. So now your first pick coming into this draft is at pick 47 in the second round. So
they need a corner. They need a safety, really. They need secondary help. Bad.
yes. So just like that, you're not really looking at Caleb Downs or like what's my boy out of Toledo, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. You're not looking at him. Those are first round talents. You know, you're looking at him more of a AJ Halsey, more of a Dylan Thieneman type. You're looking at more that next tier of safeties. You know what I mean? So, and also, let me add another caveat in there too. Wide receiver, what are we doing there? Alec Pierce is a free agent. There was some talk. I seen some talks online about releasing Michael Pittman Jr. just because they're trying to free up some cap space. You know, he eats up a lot of the cap. After that, what you left with? You really just left with what? Josh Downs? Not that inspiring, if you ask me. But maybe you get rid of Michael Pittman so you can bring back Alec Pierce. I don't know what you do. But
you get rid of Michael Pittman, you ain't gonna have no receivers, and you might as well go get you. You might as well see if Anthony Richardson could play.
Yeah, but okay, I'm glad you brought it up because again, if I'm Anthony Richardson, if you're not committing to me, bro, let me go. Just let me go. Again, I think, and that's more so, I think they're leaning towards is kind of letting him go and kind of trying to see what his trade value is because they was very much on that Danny Dimes train.
Yeah.
When life was good, life was good. You know, you started seeing a lot of, touches from your rookie tight end, Tyler Warren. He was eating. He was in a lot of O'Roy conversations at the beginning of the year. You know, Jonathan Taylor, still a dog. You know, he's leading the league in rushing at the time. He was. Offensive line is stout. Again, life was good. So again, maybe you go back, explore that well again, try to get Danny Dimes back, go out and get Kyler. I don't know what you do. I think Danny probably still hurt too, right? But
yeah.
So you can't just be, well, let's commit some resources to the defense because hey, some of those spokes are starting to fall off the wheel on the offensive side too.
Yeah. So I mean, it's what are we gonna do? Are we trying to win? Or are we rebuilding?
Can't be middle of the pack forever.
And if they rebuilding, that GM gotta go, bro. Because y'all made. I get the Anthony Richardson ain't performing, but y'all did put him out there knowing that he wasn't ready to be a quarterback in the NFL.
Hey man, shout out to my boy Shane Steichen. Eagles alum. Still, you know what I'm saying? Still maintaining as the head coach out there. Almost a 500 season.
How long is that GM gonna be able to stay there? Like, bro, you haven't drafted good since what? The Buckner? No, not the Buckner. You traded for him. Who have you brought?
About to say, what draft was Quentin Nelson in? And I'll tell you that.
That's a long time ago. Like, what have you done? Like, it's time. They keep missing. They be missing. Michael Pittman Jr. can play.
I give him love for that Tyler Warren pick. He showed improved last season.
Yeah, because Kenny Moore was what, a 4th round pick, 3rd round pick?
Kenny Moore, yeah. He was about 3rd or 4th round pick.
You didn't think he was gonna be that. Y'all think he's gonna be a multiple Pro Bowler. Y'all didn't think that. I don't know.
And it doesn't help. It doesn't help that you lost the 1st round pick for Sauce too. That doesn't help. It doesn't help as far as roster development. He better prove y'all right. He better prove y'all right that it was worth it. Because that boy Aaron Glenn said, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. He don't change my defense enough for that.
Yeah. Let's get to the last team here. The Texans, 12-5. Won in the wild card, finished second in the AFC South. Won the wild card game against the Steelers. Lost against the Patriots. The biggest thing for them is they got two people. They got one they know they're gonna resign, and the other one they either gonna pick up a 5th-year option, right, or pay him. I don't know if he did do his 5th-year option. No, this is 5th-year option. They had to pick up a 5th-year option this year. That's CJ Stroud.
Okay.
But Will Anderson, they about to pay.
Got you.
They about to pay him. They about to pay him. Like,
No question.
That pick is hitting out the park. I think you also got to resign Daniel Hunter too.
Ooh, so, damn, that fast already, huh? Time be flying.
I think they got some defensive linemen that that defensive line has to get some contracts worked out, right?
Oh yeah.
The next thing is they got to bring offensive linemen in. They got like Laramie at left tackle, right? But is he with the Texans or with Miami? He with the Texans. Yeah. They got him at left tackle, but they got to get other help on that offensive line. They got it because yes, he threw a ton of picks. Yes, he fumbled the ball in the playoff game, but they wasn't blocking worth a damn neither. So it's hard to win when only one offensive lineman can block. So you definitely got to bolster that offensive line. And I know everybody loves Tank. I love Tank, but I think you got to get Nico a true number 2. And I think that could be done in free agency. You about to say, let's see this try. I know that's what you. I know you're not,
bro. Because I can't ignore it, bro. I can't. We got to address the elephant in the room, bro.
If you get rid of CJ, why would you get rid of CJ Stroud? Who you gonna get?
Bro, I'll say this. This is the last damn season. I think I made it. I know we talk about it offline, and I hope that I said it before here on the pod. But that damn 2027 draft class is upon us. It's coming. I bet my bottom dollar a lot of y'all favorite starting quarterbacks will be looking elsewhere. Somebody is come next season, bruh, because it did not look good. And bright lights, playoff time, it did not look good. Yeah, we got follies on the field, tip passes that made this interception. I think somebody.
The offensive line was bad too, though.
Bro, you can't name me one name off that offensive line. I give you that. You can't give me one name.
Give him Laramie. Laramie's an all-pro.
He's not there.
He is there, ain't he?
Oh, he wasn't playing in the playoffs.
Is he there? I might be wrong. I thought Laramie went back to the Texans.
Check that. I don't think he's there no more.
Go ahead. I'll pass.
Well, my thing is, bro. Okay, I'm gonna fight you back on the Tank Dell pick. You got 2 wide receivers in last year's draft between Jaden Higgins and what's the other cat? Jalen Noel. He
was with the Commanders. I'm dead wrong.
What's that?
He with the Commanders. So no,
bruh,
they need offensive line help bad.
You can't name one name off that offensive line. You literally can't. I was wrong.
Yeah.
It's patchwork in every sense of the word. So yeah, maybe some of that fault is, let's assign it to the proper place, protect your quarterback. You probably get a different product. I'll give you that grace. But also, he wasn't under hellfire each time he stepped back neither. Every time he dropped back. That's not true. That's not a true assessment. So with that being said, I'm telling you, decisions will be made. You see how we have no argument for Will Anderson? None. At some point in his career, he's probably going to be Defensive Player of the Year. Mm-hmm. That's already out there. I can already tell you that Kalen Bullock, free safety for the Texans, probably going to be, if he's not already, I know he's top 5 for me already, but probably going to be top 2 and not 2 as far as safeties in the league. You paid Stingley.
Yeah.
You got pieces on defense. You got young cornerstones on defense. You're a perennial playoff contender. But somehow you always live in tier 2 of the AFC. you're gonna live there. Now, what's the decision that's gonna transcend you, Jesus, from tier 2 to tier 1 with the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens? That's usually there at the end when it's time to, play money ball or play for the chip.
Mm-hmm.
But for right now, bro, so we don't want to say it, but the elephant in the room is that, hey, it all starts at the quarterback, or why you're still here at tier 2. But hey, who am I? Who am I?
So, I don't want to give up on
Ohio State quarterbacks if you want to.
I don't want to give up on CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, I think they keep trusting Ohio State quarterback. CJ Stroud, I think, got it. I think he had a horrible playoffs. He kind of like showed glimpses during the end of that season, during that run, but they won all them games in a row. And this team is so talented. Like I said, they maybe get another, even with we saying they didn't get another receiver, the rookie receivers they had played pretty good. Tank, if he can come back, cool. Joe Mixon, I think his foot, if he's not going to retire and he comes back, that's another piece of this running back. I think you got to re-sign the defensive guys. Like you said, I think Daniel Hunter up for a contract is going to want more money than what he's being paid. Will Anderson, I think you can pick up a 5th-year option, but I think you go ahead and get that deal done.
Get it done, bro. Don't waste no time.
Yeah, go ahead and get that deal done. This team, it's like feast or famine. Like they either gonna be middle of the pack or they could be a really good foot. They had a defense to win the Super Bowl this year if CJ Stroud didn't turn the ball over that many times.
It comes back to the same main point. You can't tell me, bro. For hell, Dalton Schultz is probably still giving you quality minutes or giving you quality tick. Woody Marks made some money with Joe Mixon being out.
Yep.
And he still got a dog-ass receiver at Nico out there. Yo, boy. You can't tell me they're lacking for talent. They're a talented team on paper. And yeah, for some games there, they proved it. Dog walking.
Yeah.
But again, when the playing field just got a little bit even, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Another talented roster showed up to play on Sunday. Just enough, just one more got added to the formula. Started looking a little bit regular. Started looking real tier 2-ish. This is what I'm saying. It's just back to home. You get right back to home base.
Yeah. So let's see how it goes. We'll see how the moves go. We'll revisit some of this. Like I said, we're gonna do this every week. Have our division reviews. We'll review them as stuff comes up too. Free agency, draft, stuff like that. That's the first division we did. AFC South, though, quiet as kept, could be a very competitive division depending on what teams do. Because Jacksonville, Tennessee, and the Texans could all be fighting. I think if Indianapolis goes out and get a Kyler, maybe something different can happen.
Ooh.
Maybe something different can happen there. But hey, quiet as kept. A division people don't talk about is a pretty good division. Pretty good division. Now, don't get the glitz and glamour, but they did get 2 teams. One team won 13 games, one team won 12. They got 2 teams in the playoffs.
Hey, bro. It's just that they be wrapped up in dog fights every year that it's hard to it's kind of hard to tell who's gonna be which team is gonna come out. It's literally like the last one standing, which is the mark of a great division. They just kind of fight to the end of
the star power is not down there in that division.
Bingo.
Bingo. Star power is really not there in that division. Last thing, let's get into it, man. Kenny, let's get right into it. The fight this weekend. Barrios versus Garcia in Vegas.
Hell of a card.
Let's get into the fight card. Let's get into the main event. Which fight you want to talk about first?
Man, gotta talk about Frank Martin, bro. Very excited about this fight. Return to the ring. This fight's at what? I want to say 140. I think this fight's at 140. Please,
don't give me a line.
Please fact check me. think this fight's at 140, but either way, very excited for his return to the ring. I don't want to have to. Actually, it hasn't been that long. I'm capping. It hasn't been that long because he had a knockout his last go round. My bad, Frank.
Don't do my man Frank like that,
Players,
bro.
Players mess up. Players mess up. Hold on.
It's
Let me get
junior
my boy Frank
welterweight.
right.
So, yeah, 140. Junior welterweight.
Let me get my boy right. Nah, so Frank back, you know what I'm saying, started trying to build some momentum. You know what I mean? Trying to, we shook off the dust a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Had got Bartholomew out of here. With a KO last go round. Now he's back this week against Nahir Albright.
Is that the kid that came to Norfolk?
Yeah, that was him. Good
They got
yeah, now I
Leon.
got
Got him so mad they wanted to jump him. You see, he ain't talking about him.
Got his
right?
brother out of here.
They got a fight this weekend too, but I ain't talking about that though. Go ahead.
Yeah, they got his brother out of here and had what was that? No decision, or there's like a no decision against Keyshawn. Yeah, so you got some talent stepping into the ring. Definitely got some talent stepping into the ring, but I'm definitely excited about Frank. Kind of putting two fights together, kind of getting back on track. I'm not one of those fight fans that's gonna kill you over one L. So with it's about kind of how you bounce back. So with Frank, even fighting on the undercard this go round, you're not just fighting on anybody's undercard. You're fighting on a pretty nice lineup. And again, like we said with the last fight card in January, you can still find the undercard and be fight of the night. That's literally what I just said about Keyshawn Davis in that last on that last fight card. So, bro, I'm very excited about this one.
Yeah. Just real quick on my end, Frank. I think this is a good fight against a good fighter. I mean, like my man Albright is not a bad one, not a bad fighter. I think Frank should outskill him. I think he might knock him out. Maybe if everything go how Frank wanted to go, could be a late round knockout. I'll give you that late round one. Maybe 8-9. If Frank do what I think he can do, but I am excited to see this fight because I think this kind of might put him back in that championship. Championship.
We could go on a run. Could
give him a chance to get back in the fight the champions. Sometimes when you lose, you got to get back in the circle to get them fights again. So, yeah, excited to see that one. All right, what's next, Kenny?
All right, man. Then of course, my underdog here. We got. I'm gonna go with my man Gary Antoine Russell. Because people kind of poo-poo at him being a champ at 140, but don't get it messed up. He is a champ at 140. You gotta come see him. Now they kind of poo-pooing this fight because they thought there was bigger names out there for him to get. I can't say I don't disagree. I can't say I disagree. You're not wrong. You could have found somebody better than this, but. Again, because all I'm gonna say is, if you're gonna pick a name like this, boy, you better close the show. And when I say close the show early. Leave it with no doubt that hey, this fool should have never been in the ring with you. But if I had to rely on some of the boxing enthusiasts out there in the world, they say, nah, man, he got skills, he got real talent. All right, yeah. How many fights he got? Oh, okay. All right. So keep that nonsense to yourself. Gary, just put on the show, bro. Close the night. Don't make this.
This the one where we need. I think this fight, if you want to be respected, Gary, this is the time for you to get a wow factor early.
You got to put a highlight up.
This shouldn't last them. Either you making them stop, either a stoppage or a knockout. 4 rounds maximum.
Gotta put a highlight up.
Time to put the wow so people stop playing with your name because you carry a heavy burden with who your brother is, and who your father was as a trainer. And This needs to be the wow. This needs to fight to be like woo. Like dang, like how my man Carrington was it Carrington last fight was when he knocked old boy out.
Yeah.
You need the wow. You might not be the fighter tonight, but it'd be like the whoa, like hey, got him out of here.
I'm saying, bro, like you building steam, right? You get the strap off of Jose Valenzuela. You know, life is good again, but you can't live there, bro. You can't keep drinking that perfume, bro. You just gotta be once you kind of break that mold of start fighting, just a name to somebody with the name. That road just got to keep running. You got to stay on that track. Can't just pick just anyone, bro. Because after that point, we're gonna start calling your resume to the table. So yeah, this is one of those ones you're gonna have to put on a show. Let that be that.
Yeah. All right. Next.
All right. Hitchens, man. Very, very, very excited about this fight, bro. He is, to me, he's one of them ones. Again, I'm gonna tell you who he fought last, and you gonna hate it. I know my boy Ed, you gonna hate it. Coming off of Cambosa's dub. He's fresh off of Cambosa's dub, got a strap.
Who's not fresh off of Cambosa's dub?
Why
did Cambosa's even have a belt?
I'm saying, hey man, he's a title holder at 140, and you can't say nothing about it, huh? So, but also this kind of parlays into the last fighter we just talked about, right? So you got two 140 pounders, three with Frank, You got three 140 pounders here on one card.
Yeah.
Let's just say, again, matchmaking purposes, somebody out of this three should be fighting each other next time we see y'all name on a card.
Fact. It should be Gary and Hitchens. They both win unified.
I can respect a fight against Oscar Duarte again. Seasoned fighter. Not afraid of the big stage. They right up there next to the main event. Again, I can respect it. Skilled fighter. So yeah, this is gonna require. I don't expect this fight to be, an early show. Hell, this might even go 12.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It should be a dominant 12. I think it should dominate 12.
It could be a sweep. Yeah. We've seen a sweep before. It can still be a sweep. It can still go 10-2. That's still a dominant fight to me. But in my mind, or let's say, from my eyes telling me is that Hitchens hasn't proved yet to be that much of a home run hitter, knockout artist. So I can see this being a 12-rounder. He's skilled, hell of a jab, but it's going to require, showing another side of that tool bag. So I can still see like a 10-2 fight. Hitchens get out of there, dominant showing. Same with Russell, dominant showing. All I'm saying is to you guys, hey, let's pick it up. Let's turn the speed up on that treadmill, bro. Because right now y'all just running in place. Let's start putting some names on that resume, bro. Start making some of these big fights happen.
Yeah.
I don't even care if you go back and get Isak. I think your boy Lamont still sitting up there at 140 somewhere. Hey, let's start picking these names up. Let's start really putting some shows together.
Yeah. I feel you. I don't really got much else to add. Hitchens should dominate this fight in my opinion. All right, let's get to the main event, man. I'm gonna just start in the main event because I ain't really got much on it. This one is for all you Ryan Garcia fans. He has all the fangs with a bunch of L's. It's time to shit to get off the pot, bro. You got to win. But if you don't win this fight, I don't want to hear him named as one of them ones. None of that. You have a no decision against Haney because you did the antics, whatever, right? You lost the Tank. Every big fight. What big fight has he won? It's time, bro. Last two big fights, you won. They say you cheated on. The other one you lost. You got knocked out on. It's time. It's time now. If you lose the Barrios, then there's no need to I don't want to hear his fan talk about he one of them one. I don't want to hear it because Barrios is a journeyman champion. He's a champion, but we done see him get his ass whooped a couple times too. I still don't know how all these jokers still have belts. I don't understand it.
I'll say this,
and I would say this, right?
Yeah.
If Ryan's not focused, I think Barrios beats him, and he might get him out of here.
Possible.
I wouldn't bet no money on it, but if Ryan's not focused, Barrios might get him out of here. I'm gonna let you go get to the nuance of it, but for all y'all Ryan Garcia fans, the ones that's watching, appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. But I don't hear no more about your boy if he don't win this fight, bro. It's just fame at this point. Now it's just social media fame. Yeah, it's cool punching the cute girls and stuff like and the girl that don't look that great. You saw it. You saw that video. That's crazy. But that joke was crazy. He did a dirty.
Yeah.
That was wrong. But that's all cute and stuff, right? But at some point, I know we say L's don't make all of a fighter, but some point showing up in the big moments means something. You know, for me, that's my calculus in every sport. Football, basketball, all of them. Especially in boxing. Big dog. He needs this W. Barrios needs it because, he want to keep his name relevant. Garcia needs it if he want to be considered in that elite ring. Because I don't think he is. And I'm calling. I think he loses this fight. Split decision.
You want to know something, man? And it's for that reason why I know I got Garcia winning this fight. Because I'm looking at Barrios. His resume ain't that sweet neither. Like,
nah,
okay,
they both need this.
It's really the last of the road, bro. We at the end of the road, bro. Like you had a draw against Pac-Man, an old Pac-Man at that. But hey, it's respected. He's a legend in the sport, Hall of Famer, no question. Cool copycat. But you also, right before the Pacquiao fight, you had a draw against Abel Ramos. You know who Abel Ramos is, Ant? But, you know what I'm saying? And your last, notable win, Ugas.
A long time ago, too.
2023.
3 years ago.
Now, again, hey, there's been a fight between there. I give you that. There's a Fabian Maidana. The wrong Maidana. So that you can say what you want about that. But, bro, we need something. We need something because I'm gonna be honest. I'm not completely over that Tank Davis loss. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not completely over seeing how you looked in that fight. I'm not completely over how you looked in that Keith Thurman fight. I'm gonna just be real with you. So yeah, you're a title holder, but for how much longer? Cause hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest. Debo out there. Debo Haney out there. I'm gonna be honest. And I'm the one that's down for the plot. So I like to see a rematch between Garcia and Haney at 147. I'm here for the plot. And I think I think Barrios is sweet enough to get caught with a hook. It's the money play. Now, do I think Garcia has matured to be that much better of a fighter in this time that he's been,
No.
He's been outside the ring? No, he hasn't. Again, I mean, I'm saying all this for Garcia to win. His last L was against Rolly.
So you done lost to Haney's, Rolly, and Tank. You lost to Rolly, who Tank got out of here.
That's it. Now
ain't no shot at Rolly. You know how I feel about Rolly.
I know. I get it, brother. I get it.
But like, at what point now you keep getting the big fights only off the social media fame? Now at this point, now you're reaching the actual fighter. But I'm kind of like Logan Paul range, my dog. You need to win. I'm sorry. Even boxing pundits are saying. I saw ESPN article that said the same thing. He needs this win. You got to win this fight, Garcia. If you want to stay, if you even want to be missing with the Devin, the Tank, Shakir, like any of them guys, because your resume don't say that. You lose in big fights. And if Barrios gets you out of here, the person that Tank got out of here, the person everybody believed that Devin would get out of here, but I personally think he's gonna lose because he's not, bro. I don't think he what everybody think he is, bro. I said that for a long time. That's why they hit him for so long.
Hey man, if I had to go, sometimes it just comes down to who has, it's a puncher's decision, and between the both of them, he's proven to be the more of a power puncher. Now
that's it, though. He got one punch. That's it.
He got one punch, but sometimes a broken clock is right twice a day, and
he can't take a hit. He can't take a hit.
I think Barrios is sweet for it, man. I think he's sweet for it this go round.
If it was anybody but Barrios, that's the only reason why I got Garcia maybe having a chance to win. If Keyshawn was fighting him, get him out of here.
Now we talking about a true Debo. That's all I'm waiting for. That's really what I'm waiting for, to kind of put some respect back at 147. But while he get the for this time being, while the kids are still playing at 47, I'll let him have it. Because Debo up there. But I'm here for the plot. I say Garcia wins. I also have him winning in a stunner. Probably 8th, 9th round knockout. I don't see it I don't see no form or fashion to where anybody's quitting on a stool, nothing like that. It's just gonna be one shot, lights out, fight's over. And then just like that, your boy Garcia is a trending topic. He's the most viral. He's a superstar right over again. And then next you know, we back in Vegas, baby. Haney versus Garcia.
I don't think that's happening this year. Nah. They'll put him up against somebody else. They have to make that fight. If I'm Haney, I can go fight Keyshawn. It's some other fights I can make. You go get another belt, big dog. Go get another belt. I'm going to get a strap.
I don't know if Haney got another fight lined up, bro. I mean,
I think the way they move, I think that Keyshawn fight gonna happen, which I don't want it to, but I think that's gonna happen this year.
You said it was too soon. That's what we said last time. That it was too soon for Keyshawn. I don't think so. I think you take this Garcia fight, I think you let Keyshawn get one more against a title holder. Now the money makes sense. You got 2 champions stepping into the ring, and let's fight. That's how I see it.
I mean, we'll see. Good card. Definitely something that if you want to watch, I think it's on DAZN, right?
Ooh, yeah. Let me check. Why you got that?
I think it's on DAZN. I think it's a good card. A lot of things can shake in the junior welterweight division. Because Shakir's still running at 140, right? He got that belt at 140, right?
Yeah, he's at 140.
So if he stays up there, I mean, it's some fights to be made with Hitchens.
Oh yeah, 140 lit. 140's popping.
Lamont's up there. It's some fights to be made. So Saturday night on DAZN, I don't know what time. I know it's gonna be late. I don't think it starts to 8.
It's in Vegas, so you know it's late.
Yeah. So, hey man, take a nap, bro. Hey, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night on Saturday night if you're staying up to watch that fight.
I get the ring time before we go. We need to walk in, ring walk time.
It's crazy. But hey man, good episode. A lot of things going on. We're gonna keep you on track with some of them legal cases. We will bring them back. I'm not just gonna bring them up and not talk about them again. We still got our division reviews for NFL. That's coming up in the weeks. We'll start talking some NFL prospects. It's getting that time. It's getting that draft time. You know what I'm saying? Talk some NFL prospects. Women college basketball starting to heat up. March Madness is about to start. Starting to heat up. I mean, you got SEC teams. I was just watching a little bit of this LSU Ole Miss game, and it's starting to heat up with college women's basketball. So a lot of things to talk about. The only way you can get it is right here. The only way you can get it is right here on IDK Sports Podcast. right here on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. But for this episode, IDK Sports Podcast, your premium spot to talk sports for average guys. My name's Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. Like, share, subscribe. And until next time.
It's over.
Holla.
Product of my case, like how they